My name's Natasha. You don't need any props unless you like to have blocks nearby. You might want a towel and water. We'll probably sweat. I know I will. It's pretty hot here. Do a comfortable seat. I'm just propping a block under me because my hips are tight. So it might be more comfortable for you if that is the case for you as well. And then the knees can just comfortably fall. Good evening. We're gonna get started. So we'll do a lot of fun sequencing, and if you ever need to take a break, obviously no one can see you, so you can just do what you can. You can laugh at yourself, just have fun, be playful, have an open mind, and maybe we'll even get upside down. All right, so we're gonna come to a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Get your wiggles out. Maybe you start to kind of just move the spine, wiggle the shoulders, moving side to side a little bit, stirring in circles. Just gonna get our wiggles out, and then we'll come into stillness. Circle around, whatever it looks like for you. And then let's ground down through the sit bones. Let's reach up tall through the crown of the head and create a nice lengthened spine and space between the vertebrae. Hands can be just comfortable. Palms down, palms up. Start to roll the shoulders back and down, opening the heart, and then perhaps closing the eyes here. Before even changing anything, just taking a moment to notice your surroundings. Listen to, maybe it's wind like I have here, maybe it's pets or kids in the background. Just noticing and accepting where you are in this moment. And then maybe start to let that fade into the background. Let those sounds and distractions fall to the side. And start to focus on how you're feeling in this moment. Releasing any tension in the face, forehead, eyebrows, jaw, tongue. See if we can soften. Let that float down through the neck, down the spine, softening the belly and the hips. And just noticing your natural breath before we change it up. Let's start to deepen the breath. Take a full inhale all the way down into the belly. And then a big sigh, exhale. Allow it to be audible, no one's listening. Big inhale. Fill up the lungs, let it draw down into the belly. And big audible exhale. Completely emptying out any stale air, any lingering tension, anxiety, stress, allowing our breath to change that. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Big sigh out. Let the shoulders fall. Let every last bit of air go. And then perhaps changing the breath to a Ujjayi pranayama breath, Ujjayi. Changing it and feeling the vibration on the back of the throat. And this keeps the internal heat, raises our core temperature, and gives us something audible to listen to keep us very present. So let's listen to that breath and let the breath be the soundtrack to your practice. And of course, if you want to play music in the background, totally fine. Inhale deeply. Shoulders heavy, exhale. Feel the vibration on the back of the throat. Listen to the sound of your exhale as you empty out completely. Press the palms into the thighs and then allow yourself to grow a little taller through the spine. And again, maybe you circle the shoulders. Let's take the neck and draw it heavy onto one side. You can nod a little bit here, rolling forward. Allow that heavy head to stay on the other side, nod, and then roll it forward. And then just like we did earlier, those spinal circles few times to the right, a few times to the left. Engaging the core to move the spine, sending the chest forward like a cat-cow. Nice work. So if you were sitting on something, let's go ahead and remove it. And we're just gonna come forward and allow the arms to stretch out onto fingertips. Let the head fall heavy. Maybe the forehead finds the earth. See how your hips are feeling, how your spine is feeling. Always feel free to wiggle and play in any movements that want to happen, or creating stillness. Let's crawl the hands over to one side for one big breath. And away to the back, cross and off the mat. Big breath in, big sigh out. Bring the hands forward and we'll simply roll onto the knees, coming into tabletop. Spreading the fingers wide, index finger forward, grip the mat like you're rock climbing. And then let's prop up onto fingertips to create the fingertip strength that we're gonna need throughout our practice. And let's press the palms down. And then can we lift the palm and keep the fingers down? So we'll take fingertips, full hand, palms up, palms down. Fingertips, release, lift the palms, and drop. One more time. Pop up onto the fingertips, press into the hands, lift the palm, and then come down. Full hand engages. Let's tuck the toes under, and then hover and bounce here as you draw the belly in. Push the shoulders down, start to feel the toes and the feet stretching and the core starting to fire. Grip onto the fingertips, and then let the knees fall. Let's come into a seat on the toes so that we're just getting a nice, deep, intense stretch on the feet. Take a couple breaths here in this discomfort if you feel any. See if you can breathe through that. Big inhale, big sigh, and let it out. Let's bring the palms back. Good, we're gonna take an inhale to a big cow stretch. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the space in the belly that you're creating, and then circle the shoulders down and then hover the knees off for your cat. So it's an active cat. Scoop the belly in, land softly, inhale, cow. Can we take an extra hamstring curl here? Hug the heels in and then lift the heart up. Tuck the toes under, round the spine, and then hover. And maybe you bounce here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Inhale, head, chest, tailbone, rise. Take a little hamstring curl. Can we pulse the heels towards the booty for 4, 3, 2. Squeeze the hamstrings, tuck your toes, and then draw back. We're gonna open up the chest here. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, cactus. Heart proud. Maybe the head draws back. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then if you'd like, you can try to catch yourself on your heels. You might fall on your butt like that. You might make it holding this very low squat. We'll slowly come into a toe stand, and then as controlled as possible, no slamming the knees down. See if we can land gently. Cactus the arms for just a gentle camel here. Inhale, pry the heart open. Engage the glutes. 2 more. So at the top, open and neutral. And exhale, heart proud to sky. Elbows kiss and lift. Come back to all fours, and then any movements that feel good in your body, maybe some sideways barrel circles. Get a little bit weird and primal and just move. Close the eyes even. Maybe the neck wants to circle. Good. Flip the wrist so the fingertips are forward. Take a couple rocks. We will be on the hands for, a lot of down dogs and maybe some handstands. So you can really make sure that we're stretching into the wrists and prepping them. Turn the fingers to the sides of the mat and then rock side to side. You can peel the palm up as you do that, like you're break dancing here. Feels kind of cool. Good. 4, 3, pop it up. 2, and 1, and then a counter stretch. Flip the palm, wiggle those fingers. Don't be afraid to put a little bit of weight there, and then maybe even turn the fingertips towards each other and do some little baby push-ups for 4, 3, only if it feels safe for you, 2, and 1. We're gonna bring the weight into the hands, and then we're gonna spring and flick the fingertips down like you're trying to touch the inside of the forearms. So we'll land, modified plank, hug the heels in, and then you'll pounce like a cat and lean back. Turn the quads and core on. Lean forward. Good. Take that core strength, hamstring strength, push into the fingertips. Push. See if you can float back into this little halfway fold backwards. Good. Little hip flexor, quad burner. Good. And last time. Bring it forward. This time, let's take knees, chest, chin. Elbows hug into the ribs. Press away for 2 more. Grip into the mat with all 10 fingers. Hover, lift. Can we pounce? Push away. Point the fingers down. Lean back, turn on the quads, turn on the core. And hands down. Let's take our first downward facing dog. Again, just meeting your body and arriving here, maybe swaying the hips. I like to make these big hip circles. A few to the right, and then a few to the left. Think of you're making a big circle with those hips, with the pelvis, and then some pedaling, bend. Again, gripping the mat with your all 10 fingers like you're trying to push your mat forward. Can we lift the tailbone, find a little more space in the hamstrings? Maybe tiptoe and drop, tiptoes. It's okay if the heels don't land and the knees need to be bent. Let's bend generously and float our belly onto our thighs. Bounce a few times. Push it out. Bounce, and then start to gaze forward. We're gonna practice some jumping. So it could just be like a very tiny hop, or we could try to get those hips up and land. Hips up. Push the shoulders down energetically, like you're trying to push through your ground, your floor, whatever that is. And 1 more. This time we're gonna jump forward, hips up, soft landing, and release. Uttanasana, forward bend. Shake the head, yes and no. Circle the wrists a few times. Grab your opposite elbow. Let the body completely hang. Can we start to activate the quads, quadriceps in the front, to lengthen the tailbone and find some more space in the hamstrings, maybe some swaying. And then likewise, see if you can engage the core and maybe get a little heavier and more length through the whole spine and neck. You can widen your feet, maybe even mat width, and then like you're rocking a baby, swish it out side to side. So side to side, and then let's take circles from one side, making a big rainbow half circle, a little twist. Knees can be soft, 4, bend them if you need to. No shame, and release. What feels good in your body? We're gonna stir forward circles and hang. Now ragdoll up, soften the knees, and then just take these slow pulls like you're rounding up to Tadasana, mountain pose. Circle the shoulders, and even just crisscross them out. Swing the arms, circle the arms, back, circle them forward, kind of loosening everything. And also just sweep side to side. Give yourself a nice ease through the spine, through the shoulders, especially if you're on a computer all day. Just kind of get loose here. All right, so now Tadasana, we're gonna engage. Spread your toes, anchor down. Pull the kneecaps upward, engage the quads. Pull the shoulders back and down. Gentle tuck of the tailbone, wrapping of the ribs, belly to spine. Lift up through the crown. Close the eyes, connect to the breath for 1 deep inhale. Listen to your exhale. And draw it out nice and long. Engage the core at the end of the breath. Inhale, float the arms up. Gaze up. If it feels good to stay straight, stay straight. If it feels nice to open into a gentle back bend, go there. Exhale, swan dive back to Uttanasana. Now halfway lift. We gaze forward and we extend the heart forward. So think of finding length, whether that's halfway here or you can still reach the mat. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Press down into the hands. We're going to take a nice soft jump, and you can do a few of those, engaging the shoulders so strong that you're feeling like you're floating, even if it doesn't look quite like a float. Good. Find plank. Tuck the tailbone, spread the fingers, push the shoulders down, squeeze the belly, squeeze the quads. If you're ready, we'll take a full chaturanga push-up for 3. You can always bring the knees down. Here's 2, come high up on the balls of the feet. Here's 1, belly lands. Wide fingertips, pry the heart open, 1 shoulder falls. Heart open, shoulders down and back. Other shoulder falls. Again, any movement that feels good, swaying, wiggling, just creating space around the heart. Pull the shoulders back and down. Engage the glutes, turn the heels, energize the inner thighs. Calm down. Press hands. Good. See if we can lengthen a little bit deeper. And you can work through that a few times, inhaling and exhaling. No hands. Fly. Locust. Squeeze the back side of the body. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring the hands right by the chest. Tuck the toes under. Can we press up to plank? Chaturanga. Upward facing if you're ready. Exhale, down dog. Take some breaths here. Any movement or stillness, whatever is calling for you. We're going to take our right leg up. Good. Extend it high. Keep the hips square. Point, flex, whatever you want. Just rotate the right hip down. Take a moment. We're going to tuck knee to knee and then knee to nose. Knee to mat, knee to nose. Knee to knee, send it back. Take a moment here. Keep reaching higher and higher. Chest towards toes. This time we're going to try to twist knee to elbow. All right, so you can come down on that knife edge or the foot can drop. We're going to try to grab like you're hugging that knee into the chest. Squeeze the belly, compress, bring it down, bring it back. Knee to nose, step on through. Fingertips, heart lengthens forward. Sweep up through high lunge. As if you had a pull-up bar, we're going to grab it and pry the heart open. Neutral, pry the heart open. Lift, straighten out through the spine. We're going to try to touch nose to knee from lunge. So we'll push up, knee to nose, reach back, high lunge, crescent. Shift to energy into the front foot, knee to nose. Option, take a chair, 1 leg, pistol. You can stay high, you can start to drop low, low, low. Maybe grab the foot, lift back up, and back through your high lunge. Stick that landing, lift. Let's bring it into Anjanasana Low Lunge, back knee melts, palms to your side. So I'm going to take a moment to sink into the hips, and then I'm going to root lock and pull the hips over the knee. So I'm going to sink, exhale, inhale, root, squeeze the belly. Inhale, sink. Maybe we bring the arms back, shine the heart up. Possible back bend, reaching the head back as well. If that feels safe for you, imagine you were going to reach for the mat and then fingertips forward, shift back, half split. Take a moment. Swivel the hips from side to side. Flex the front toes. Can we create length in the spine here? Keep your fingertips up by your ankles. Push the shoulders down and see if you can float the heel off the mat. It might not budge, but the effort is the work. So see where you're at. Lift, release, lift, hold, and release. Take your low lunge and we'll take a twist. Hand down, rotate, stack the shoulders, And then same thing in your half split. We're just gonna back it up. Back that back that ass up. Good, take a breath here. And exhale, I had to say it. Bring it down right here. Take a moment, lift back through your high lunge. This time tuck the back toe. Can we reach the heel? If you can't quite reach the heel, press into the small of the back and then shine the heart upward. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Can we get any more space? Cartwheel down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Can we slip back and hold? Spread your fingers, engage the core. Up dog or cobra. Press the heart through the shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha. Go ahead and swivel. Connect to the breath. Find stillness. Whatever works for you. Left leg rises. You might bring your feet a little closer together. Square the hips. Push out of the hands. Lift up through the toes. Big breath in. Now knee to knee. Knee to nose. Knee to mat. Knee to nose. Zip it up. How high can you tuck? Knees meet. Extend. Knee twist. You can drop the foot down. Connect knee to elbow. Pick up the right hand and hug the left knee in to the chest. Compress. Push the left shoulder down. Bring it back one more time. This time knee to nose. Step on through. Fingertips. Heart and gaze forward. Take a moment here and we'll lift up through high lunge. Sweep it up. Shine the heart upward. Remember that pull-up bar? We're going to draw it down. Squeeze it up. Pry it down. Lift it up. Knee to nose in standing. Balance. Connect. Knee to nose. Step it back, stick that landing. Ha! This time again, maybe you go into a pistol or just a little single leg squat. Knee to nose. Extend. You might just be here. Or we're gonna try to lower down. And if you get stuck, you can push off your fingers, lift the hips and rise. Let it go. Stick your high lunge, crescent, shine the heart up. Light landing on the back knee, low lunge, Anjanasana. Allow the hips to melt as the arms reach for the mat. Keep the core engaged and then zip up. Hips stack over knee, hips sink forward. Only go as far as it feels safe for you. If you have no knee issues, it's okay for your knee to jut a little bit over, but generally we say to keep the knee over the toes. See how you feel. Lower. Maybe take this gentle open heart back bend here. Fingertips up by front toes. Shift back. Good. Ardha Hanumanasana. Swivel the hips. We're in a half split hamstring stretch. Shine the heart forward. Maybe we can go a little deeper. Use the breath as your guide. The breath always tells the truth. If you're feeling like you can't breathe, you've probably gone too far. Press into fingertips. Round the spine like you're doing cat back. Core compression. Quad, hip flexor, core strength. Release. 2 more. Inhale up. Let it go. Squeeze it up. Maybe you hold. Maybe you get a core cramp. And release. Step back. Lift up. Tuck the back toes under. Let's open that out. Reach for the back heel or press into the small of the back at the sacrum and then lift. Maybe the head drops. We reach the hips forward, the heart up, and then back. Cartwheel the hands. Twist. Reach up through the left, stack the shoulders. All right, so remember when we backed up, we're gonna try to back the hips up, straighten the front knee. Doesn't look like much, but it's a pretty challenging balance. Twist, come back. Hands down, tuck the back toes under, right into chaturanga. Bend the elbows, 90 degrees, heart and gaze forward. Heart forward and through, upward facing. Exhale, Adho Mukha, downward facing dog. Breathe. practice those jumps again. Prepare, press into the fingertips, high on the toes. Bend the knees. Can we lift the hips and jump forward? Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Shake out anything. Reverse swan all the way up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Press your thumbs into your heart and feel your heart beating. Take a deep breath in and a big sigh out. Uttanasana chair. Let's reach for the ground and shift the arms up. Tailbone back. Gentle tuck just to find a neutral spine, but we can try and get the quads and hamstrings parallel to the earth. Can we sit deeper? Maybe you can come into a low squat if that doesn't bother your knees, hips, or ankles. If you're down here with me, let's try a toe stand. Shift your energy, lift up high on the feet. Again, chest right to your thumbs. Feel your heart. Calm your mind and body. Drop your hands off, forward fold. Uttanasana. Can we compress the thighs into the belly, into the thighs? Even if you need to bend the knees a lot, bend the knees as much as you need to. Now let's take this chair with a compression. Drop the hips, send the arms back. Drop the hips, send the arms up. Send the arms back, send the arms forward. How are those legs? Lift the toes, look at your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Spine and gaze long. Bend the knees, connect the palms, push the shoulders down, light hop. Plank, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Firm the quads, firm the belly. Shine the heart through, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. Right leg's gonna lift. We're gonna bend the knee and now open the hip. Can we draw a half circle? Knees meet, knees stack. Knees meet, grip into the mat with your fingertips. Knees stack, knees meet, and hold the stack. So we're simply gonna land on this right foot. Nothing fancy, don't worry about a back bend. Lift the right hand, start to spin your heel, your left heel, to the left side of your mat, and slowly just come into a landing, all right? So the back bend, if you want, will happen from this part. We'll just scoop it up and lift the hips and chest instead of trying to tweak the shoulder there. Lift, lift, lift. Take a breath. Come back. Down dog, split. You're gonna hop, gonna make that work for you. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Come high on the toes. Take your time to get that foot in between the hands. Turn the left toes out, magnetize the pinky toe down. Turn the left hip forward and find your warrior one. Take that root lock on the belly, wrap the rib cage. Can we get a little deeper? And it's okay if you need to widen your stance to get that left hip forward. Take a breath. We're going warrior one, two, balancing warrior three. Inhale, exhale, warrior three. All right, remember that knee to nose, karate balance, warrior three. Now Shiva Squat, back knee meets front knee, shift the energy into the right heel. Warrior three. Toes land, spin it open, Virabhadrasana two. Pull the arms in opposition, tuck the tailbone, pull the belly in, pull the arms in opposition and gaze past those front fingers. Can we get a little more depth? Deep breath in, big sigh out. We'll take reverse warrior. Right arm's gonna reach, left arm crawls down the body. I'm gonna change this left arm and I'm gonna swing it forward. Pushing, like you're trying to push someone away and reach the right arm back. Can we sink a little lower? Connect to the breath. Side angle. My right arm is now going to push away the other direction and my left arm's going to reach by my left ear. Again, reverse, push, like you're saying stop to the front of you and then stop to the back of you. Take a moment, Skandasana, and we're going to take this little, I'm going to call it high half moon. Balance, up high. So we're not gonna reach for the ground. It's kind of like this little arabesque. Going into goddess pose. Land, knees and toes, open 45 degrees. Use your hands to separate the knees. And then any movements here. Let's just kind of find some juicy twists. Open the knees, drop one shoulder to the midline, twist, gaze up. Breath in and out. Come through center. Twist. Can we stack the shoulders? Melt and soften. Gaze up as we gently press the knees apart. And come back. Now we'll take it into an active goddess. Sink a little lower. Let's try one heel and drop. One heel and drop. You know what's coming. We got both. Hold it. Feel the shaking. Feel the power of your core. Your legs are strong. Take a moment and land. Oh, can we come out of those legs? Straight. Turn your toes to the back of your mat. Shift your hips to the front of your mat and cartwheel down. Trikonasana, triangle pose, facing the back side of your mat. We're gonna tuck the tailbone, try to stack the hips, ribs, and shoulders. And I want you to energetically pull both arms in opposition. So we're not collapsing down, we're really active in both ways. Can we squeeze the belly? Now, top arm comes down. And we'll switch into a twisting triangle. You might take a gentle hop in if you need to. Can we see our hand with both eyes? Rotate the shoulders to stack. You can soften the knees. Do what you need to, maybe a block. Deep breath in. Here we're going for a big ride. We're gonna cartwheel to the front of the mat in a twisting lunge. Spin and land. Did you make it? Twisting lunge at the top of your mat. Now, side plank. Press the shoulder down. I have my left shoulder engaged and I'm gonna spin and maybe this like sitting pretty. And then any form of a side plank you'd like to take. It could be stacked, it could be a side bend. All right, we're gonna take it into a seat. So I spun open and I'm gonna take a seated fold. Use your shins to lengthen the spine. Take an inhale. Good, so if you wanna make this a little deeper, we're gonna take the shoulder to the inside of the knee and wrap the hand around the back. See if that other arm can spin and find a connection. No force, no judgment. See if it's there. Lengthen the heart. Exhale, fold. Flex the toes. Pull everything towards the midline. All right, we're going for another spin. So I'm gonna take my right knee and I'm gonna drop it into a modified side plank. Now, top arm is gonna tap the knee a few times here. Good. And then I'm gonna hamstring curl this leg back. See if the foot is available to grab. Outside top grip. Hug the heel in. Feel the quad and hip flexor stretch. And then kick it back. Maybe you start to spin the heart up. Make it, if you wanna make it a little easier, tuck the bottom toes. It'll give you a little more support. Press open. Release it out. All right, so we're gonna go all the way back. That might have taken you off your mat. We're gonna go back where we came from. Side plank, step forward. My right foot is going to slowly land. Lunge, twisting, exalted twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Here's your standing split. Get that right foot really solid. Let the head fall heavy and the leg extend. It doesn't need to look like any shape. Just feel the leg energetically rising towards the sky. Feel free to stay here, maybe grab on, maybe find a balance. Or if you like to play in handstand, we're gonna try to get the right knee to tuck into the chest And it might just look like a bunch of hops, or you might catch a second of air, doesn't matter. Optional vinyasa from handstand, or just go ahead and go through a vinyasa on your own. We'll meet in down dog. We'll take a breath. We'll lower to forearms. Dolphin. Sway those hips. Lower the knees slowly. Take a child's pose. So I'm going to leave you for a couple of breaths. If you don't feel like you need a break, you might play with a pincha, inversion on the forearms, maybe a headstand. If you just want to take some nice breaths in child's pose, we'll take it there. Maybe you need a sip of water. We'll just take a moment before we do that whole huge flow on the other side. So if you are playing or you feel like you want to come up onto the forearms, you might just press the shoulders down, one leg up. Might just be little hops, pushing through the elbows through the mat. Whatever that looks like for you, we're trying to keep the elbows under the shoulders. Or you might just skip that completely. When you're done playing or resting, let's come to downward facing dog. Push the shoulders down, tuck the toes, and find your down dog. Nice deep breathing. Left leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip. Try to pull the hip up towards the sky and the heel actively towards the glutes, hamstring on. Circle the knees to meet, stack the knees, circle down, spin it up. One more time, inhale, exhale. Take that left hand and start to lift it, and then just bend and land. So we're not doing the wild thing from the top. We're going to take wild thing from the bottom, or you could skip it completely. Press the hips and the chest up. Look back behind you. Keep pressing actively down into the shoulder. Nice. We'll come back through down dog. So you might take a hop to straighten your body out. Knee to nose. Set yourself up for warrior one. Spin the right heel. Turn the right hip forward. Magnetize the right toe, pinky toe to the mat. Press and bend into the front knee. Take a deep breath here. Connect to the pose. Feel it in your body. Moving through warrior three, balance. Start to reach the body forward, shifting your energy into the left foot. Warrior three. Let's come back through warrior one, and then we'll add on. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you're shaking. Knee to nose. Tap. Warrior three. Shiva. Back knee in front, behind front knee. Shift your weight into your heel. Look at your toes. Send the hips back. Now stick that landing. Reach back out through warrior three, and we'll open up to warrior two. It's totally fine to be falling. Warrior two. Again, connecting to the pose, looking at your body, tucking the tailbone, wrapping the ribs, pulling the arms apart, gazing forward over those fingers. Can we bend a little deeper? Reverse your warrior. Send the heart upwards, walk the hand down, then take that right hand, your back hand, and stop, push forward. Reach a little higher. Side angle. Left arm back. Push right arm forward. Trying to open up the shoulders. And then switch. Right arm forward. Left arm up. Side angle. Left arm back. Right arm forward. Maybe your shoulders connect. Woo. Skandasana. Shift. high half moon. Turn your toes. Balance, take off. See if you can catch that balance. So it's like a very tall half moon or a little arabesque. Goddess, open, hold. So I'm gonna turn around so I don't have my butt to you, but you're facing the opposite side, and we'll just settle into your goddess shape one more time. Whatever that is for you, some swiveling of the shoulders. Get a little deeper. Let's open the arms out. Cactus. And then we're going to take an eagle wrap. Spin the right arm under the left. Elbows high, elbows low. Open. Cactus. Left arm under the right. Elbows high, elbows low. Did you forget about your legs yet? Spin the arms out like you're pushing 2 doors away. And then lift the hips back. Toes are going to come forward or slightly pigeon toe. Super windy. Bring the hands, stack them on your low back, on your sacrum. Send the heart forward and then drop into a fold. Take some nice breaths here. Engage the quads. Go. And then slide the hands down and make any forward fold shapes you like. So we'll just play with some forward folding here. You can take some twists. You could take a headstand. Might be a fun spot. Maybe a supported headstand, pushing the shoulders down, floating those feet up. And lift. All right, we have our Trikonasana, triangle to the back side of your mat. So we're gonna turn, I'm gonna turn my left toes, send the hips back, and cartwheel forward. Actually, I'm gonna go back this way so I don't confuse you. Right hand down, spin and stack. Take a deep breath in, energetically pull the arms in opposition. Rotate the hips to the slight pelvic tilt. Squeeze everything, stack everything, and then switch, reverse it. My left hand's going down, my right arm spinning up. The knee might soften, you might even shorten your stance. Spin to stack. If you closed both eyes or winked at your hand, could you see your hand with both eyes? Work on deepening that twist. Big breath in. All right, here's where we take a huge rotation to twisting lunge on the front edge. Spin, cartwheel, 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 and land. You have a high heel in the back. You're pushing your shoulder down. All right, we're gonna spin it open to side plank, Vashisthasana, spin. We can cross our legs, sit pretty, or create any shapes we wanna make. Bend the top knee and simply have a seat. Flex the right toes. Use your hands to your shin to create a stacked spine and sit on both sit bones. Good. Then take your left shoulder inside. Wrap your hand around your back body. This is a more accessible bind. You might reach your fingers, but either way, no big deal. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Hug the knees in towards the midline. Drop quads on. All right, so I'm going to spin to the back for your modified side plank or gate. Spin and lift. Elbow to knee, 3, 2, engage the side body obliques, 1, and then grab a hold of the outside top of the foot, hug the heel in, feel the quad and hip flexor, and then energetically kick it back. Maybe spin the gaze up to make it a little bit easier for balance. Tuck those bottom toes under. Push the left shoulder down. Spin the heart up, kick, 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 breathe. We're going back where we came from. Let it go without slingshotting it. Have a seat. Spin back through side plank. Left foot is gonna slowly push the right shoulder down. Land, low lunge, exalted twisting lunge. We did so many poses. Take a deep breath in. And cartwheel down. Set yourself up for your standing split. Solid footing on the left foot. Head falls heavy, right leg rises. Wherever it is, it's just actively reaching up towards that full moon. It's tonight. Take a deep breath in. Stay there. Practice balance. Or maybe we practice jumping. And you might take a few hops. You might catch one. No judgment. Woo. And if you fall out, just cartwheel. You can smile at yourself. And when you're ready, take a vinyasa. Meeting up and downward facing dog. Let's take a moment to melt the knees down. And again, take a child's pose. Forehead to the earth. Rock those hips from side to side. Maybe you need some water or a towel. All right, we're gonna work on chaturanga, flipping our scorpion like we did in downward facing dog when we did that little flip over. So this is gonna be hard, and if your chaturanga is not strong, just keep the knees down, modify. So let's try to go from high to low plank. Spread your fingers, firm quads, firm belly, chaturanga. Can we hug the right heel in? Spin, land, just like we did standing. Come back through chaturanga. Kick up, bring it down, knees down, push away. We'll try that with the left. Just have fun with it. No big deal if it doesn't work or you need to modify. Pop back up, plank. You can even jump up to plank. Chaturanga. Left hamstring curl. Spin, 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 spin. Push away. Land. Come back. Left hand down. Left heel hugs in. Kick it in. Squeeze it up. Toes down. Knees down. Push back. Take a moment here, and maybe you circle out the wrists and flip the palms upside down. Nice work. All right, I'm gonna see what time it is because I have a tiny standing sequence to do, but I could skip that. I think we'll do it. All right, so our last opportunity to try to float forward. If you have a Bakasana crow in your practice, you could try landing to crow. Or you could just laugh at me and say, absolutely not. Inhale, tippy toes, either jump, float, hop, step forward, or try to catch an armlets and feet down, forward fold. Ragdoll to rise, circle the wrists, right knee up. Garudasana, eagle pose, cross high. Maybe you stay here. Maybe your toes reach the ground or you try to double wrap. Good, right leg is over, right arm swings under. Garudasana, eagle pose. Take a breath, we're going into pyramid. Shift low, shift high, step back. Hips are forward. Lower yourself with your eagle arms. The left knee might soften, or we'll try to straighten. Can we lower, lower, lower down? Release the bind of the arms. Nose towards knee, heavy head. Shake it out. All right, this is fun little shape, core burner again. Fingertips are gonna go backwards. Thumb is gonna go forward. And then I'm gonna bend my knees to connect, making kind of a cool little X. And then if you can, we'll round the spine, engage the core so much that we can hamstring curl, float the heel off. It's harder than it looks. All right, from here, we're gonna try to come to seated. So we're gonna try to swing the foot through. If it doesn't work, lift your hands and try to come to Tadasana, boat pose, half boat, modified or assisted boat, or full boat. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you come to low, hollow body, arms up, throwing out lots of things. You don't have to take them. High. Can we go to Malasana? Maybe you assist it by grabbing your ankles and then leaning forward. Malasana, breathe. All right, so if you wanted to try crow pose, you can try it from here. We're gonna try to connect our knees into our sweaty armpits. So it's gonna be a little harder. We gotta use our core so that our legs don't slide. And you don't even have to float the feet up. You could just do the prep. Spread your fingers. As you lift the hips, press down into the hands. Shift the energy forward, and then maybe you're just here on your toes. Push the shoulders down. Squeeze the belly in. You could try to float the feet up. No big deal. Whatever happened, happened. Come down, forward fold. Maybe a good place to step on the hands and massage the wrists with the toes. Gorilla. Any movements or stillness. Almost done here. Nice big breaths. Calm the body. And then we'll come up to standing. Ragdoll. Left knee floats up. Cross high, Garudasana, eagle pose. Wrap, left arm under. Ooh, knocked me right off. No big deal. If you fall, you try again. Left arm under, right arm over. Sink into the heel. Lift the arms. Breathe. Pull the elbows forward. Feel the opening of the scapula. Open, protract, and then pull it in. Start to unwrap. Take a little step back. Maybe just like the 2 of your feet distance. And then start to lower. Left hip forward, right hip back. Pyramid pose. Lower down. Slowly. The right knee might soften. The head can fall. The hands can unwrap. Release it. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Can we find a little more space in the right hamstring? Float the fingertips back, thumbs forward. Now knees meet. High heel in the back. Push so strong into those fingertips. We cat the back. We use the core. We hamstring curl. Hug it in, hug it in, hug it in. Maybe you can come through seated, and it doesn't have to look like mine. Go ahead and swing that left foot through anyway and find your boat pose. Breathe here. Low boat. Arms up. Arms down. Sweep it up. Malasana. Hold. Find your Malasana. Let's take a juicy twist. Stretch. Good. Bring the chest to the thumbs. Open the heart. Feel the sides of the body lengthening. The spine and neck tall. And then just pick a shoulder. Open up. We'll take a big open twist to start. And then grab your bottom hand to your opposite ankle. Continue to lean away. Take your top hand and assist a further stretch. Pushing the leg away, leaning like you're gonna fall over. But don't. Deep breath in and out. Come back. Let that head fall heavy too. Twist. Connect shoulder to inside of knee. Open. Expand your wings. Then grab the bottom hand to the opposite ankle. And then the top hand as well is going to push into that inner thigh and lean away. Keep leaning, finding your edge. And then coming back through center. Nice work. Let's have a seat. Lift up really tall. Flex the feet, staff pose, Tadasana. Lift up, flex back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, your fold. Big breath. Sweep the arms back. Reverse plank. Bend the elbows. Gather the energy. And then shine the heart through the shoulders. Maybe the toes land. Up. Inhale. Squeeze the underside of the body. Glutes are active. Spread your fingers. Shine the heart up. Have a seat. Bring your hands up by your knees. Can we lift our booty off the mat? Probably one of the last hard things we have, okay? Walk the hips back. Fingers in line with knees. Push firmly down. Protract the shoulders. Lift. Maybe I'll sit. Squeeze everything. Doesn't have to look like mine, and it's really hard to talk here. Have a seat. Flip the palms upside down. Counter stretch the wrists. Wiggle the fingers. A bug crawling on me. Circle the wrists. Let's work our way down. We'll take 2 back bends, a twist, and call it an evening. Lift up nice and tall, scoop the belly in, root walk, round, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. 3, 2, can we stay here and lift the legs and then tuck the right knee in. Round the shoulder blades off the mat. Extend into an L, kick, pull the legs apart. Left knee in, grip on, arm strength, and then core strength takes over, energetically pulling the legs apart. And hug the knees in. Grab the feet for a happy baby. Maybe a straddle. Play. All right, let's take a bridge pose. If you have a block and you want to make this a restorative bridge, go ahead and prop a block at your sacrum. Or let's wiggle the shoulders towards each other. Grab heels, ankles, take a bind. Pry the heart open. Squeeze the glutes. So not with like all energy, but engage them. Tone, hamstrings, squeeze. Make it a back bend. Press the heart towards the sky. Push the shoulders down. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Release the hands. Roll down like a string of pearls. Down the spine. Hug the knees in. Rock and massage each direction. Let the arms and the limbs, hands and legs float. Waterfall. And then, again, if you'd like to take a restorative bridge, maybe skip the bridge or take a wheel pose. Yogi's choice. Hug those heels in. Maybe bring the hands, fingertips by shoulders, elbows hug in. Come up the same way through bridge. Maybe a moment on the head. And then maybe a press up to our full wheel. Again, engaging the underside of the body. Pressing the hips up, drawing the shoulders to the back of the mat. Take a deep breath in. Engage, exhale. Slowly come back. Waterfall. And gentle twist. Let the knees fall heavy. Shoulders press down. Turn your gaze to the opposite hand and just enjoy this twist. Deep breath in. Big sigh out. Connect to the shoulders. Maybe extend both legs. You can grab on whatever you want to make here, whatever feels good for you. Let's go through the other side. Stack the hips and knees, melt the shoulders down, turn the gaze, and take a nice deep breath here. You can assist this twist by bringing your hand to the outside of the thigh and pressing down. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. If you extended those legs on the other side, go ahead and do the same. I'll tell you after when this is done. And bring the knees back in. Any shape you want to make here. We didn't do a lot of hip opening. If you want to take a quick figure 4 or another inversion, feel free. Or you can just set yourself up for Shavasana. Get really comfortable on your mat or continue to play. You can ignore me. If there's any props you want to get, go for it. If you want to go over to a wall and put your legs up a wall. We'll take at least 2 minutes of rest, all that hard work we did. All right, so I'm going to go into traditional corpse pose. Feet flop out about mat width apart. Lift and lower yourself onto the sacrum. Palms up about 45 degrees. Allow the fingers to curl towards the heart. Pick up the head and then place the very back of the head down. Maybe you even nod to find that perfect spot where you have this nice open airway and you can come into complete surrender. complete rest. So we worked really hard for an hour, and this is the time we get to reap the benefits of our practice. The more you can still the body and still the mind, surrender, the more benefits of your practice you'll reap. So try to just let go. Scan the body. Are you frowning? Can we soften through the forehead, the eyebrows, the jaw, and the tongue? Allow the tongue to just rest at that corner top edge of the teeth. Allow the ears and the scalp to soften. Continue to float your energy and your awareness just down the body, letting go. If there's a place of tension or discomfort, see if you can send your breath right into that spot. And as you exhale, picture a color, picture a feeling. Just let it go. Your breath has the power to control the body. The more oxygen we bring in, the healthier our organs can operate. So just remember to breathe. Take deep breaths. You have nothing to do right now, nowhere to be. In this moment, everything is perfect. You are exactly who you're supposed to be and exactly where you're supposed to be. And with that, just take a moment here of gratitude for your healthy body that gave so much. Practicing santosha, gratitude. Maybe a little smile. Start to bring your awareness back in if that didn't bring you back in. We'll start to wiggle the fingers, the toes, circle the wrists and the ankles. Any movements, again, any organic movements that want to happen. And then bring the arms over the head, stretch the toes away, take a full body stretch. Really put tension in the muscles for a moment as you pull away. And then as you exhale, release that. Give yourself a nice big squeeze. Tuck the chin forward. We're going to take 3 big rocks, massaging the spine. As big as you want to make them. And then coming to a comfortable seat. Grounding down through the sit bones, reaching up through the crown, bringing the palms to heart center, and tucking the chin down. Either closing the eyes and bowing, or just taking a gaze forward. Taking a deep breath into the back. And a big sigh out. Take that breath with you through your morning, evening, whatever time it is for you. Take that smile of gratitude, those good feelings. Carry them with you throughout your day or night. And I just want to thank you for sharing your practice with me. It was an honor to be here. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much. Thank you, yogis. I hope you enjoyed that class. Please leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon.